Hi there! I've been thinking a lot recently about what I read, and I have been reading a lot of fantasy. I'm kind of going into adult fantasy, which I'm happy about. I'm reading more of that because as much as I love YA, I do want to expand a little bit. I'm still going to be reading YA fantasy, but I just want to expand my horizons a little. But I've always wanted to read classics, but I've had this kind of fear about them. But it's just reading. Just thinking like, oh, what if I won't understand it? And all these other irrational fears. Over time I've gathered a load of classics up, but I haven't read any of them. And my boyfriend has a load of classics that he's already read that he's like, you should read these. And I'm kind of there going, The only classics that I've read in the past couple of years were Animal Farm and The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I both really enjoyed them, but they're very short books. So this is going to be a video about some classics that I really want to read and get to one day. I'm going to start off with the ones that I own, and then I'm going to expand to some other classics that I do not own, but one day I'd like to give them a go. The first one we have is The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne, and this one, like, we have a lot of them in these covers because my boyfriend collected them when he went to school, and they cost like £1, £2 for a classic, and I love it when Penguin does that. They're currently doing it with modern classics, so might have to pick up a couple of those. A lot of people have had to have read this in school. I have not, but I have watched Easy A and it's in that, so yay, Emma Stone. The second book is The Secret Agent by Joseph Conrad. You can't see any of these covers, but they're all green with the title. This one is about political fanatics, and I'm pretty sure one of them has to plant a bomb in there, and it seems like it could be pretty good. The next one is Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, and I have watched the musical Phantom of the Opera, not live sadly. I've seen the film and seen clips of performances, and I really enjoy it. I know this is nothing like the musical. There are like certain bits that are so much darker, but if you know me and know what I like reading dark things, so be good. The next one is another one by Joseph Conrad, and it is Heart of Darkness, and this is about a man who is leading an expedition to Africa to find this doctor, I believe, but I'm pretty sure he might have gone mad, but it's gonna be kind of weird, stranded, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good, and it's really short. One I think almost everyone has on their list, 1984 by George Orwell. Read my first George Orwell book at Christmas, and it was Animal Farm, but I really enjoyed it. This is humongous, but I will read it because I think everyone should. I don't know. Yay. The next book is one that I've mentioned in many videos saying that I want to read, still haven't got there yet. It is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And yeah, everyone knows what this one's about, but I want to read it because I have a couple other books that are kind of based or spin-offs of Jane Eyre, and I feel like I have to have read the original, and loads of people say it's really good, so I just should anyway. The next one is Dracula by Bram Stoker, and Dracula, probably the most popular vampire ever created, and I would like to read it. I can't expand on that anymore. The next one is The Complete Collection of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I have tried to read this a couple times, but I think because it's such a big book format that it's kind of daunting. Another big book is 7 Novels by Jane Austen. This one I'm not completely there, like I want to read every single one because I read Pride and Prejudice when I was about 16. I can't remember any of it, but I think I kind of enjoyed it. The one I most want to get to are Persuasion and I think possibly Sense and Sensibility. Not completely sure, but there are a couple, and it's a beautiful book, so I'm going to keep it, so I'll probably get to some of the others eventually. The ones that I do not own that I want to get to are The Secret Garden, because loved that film when I was a child. Also want to get to Anna Karenina, which I know is ridiculously big, but it looks beautiful. Another one is War and Peace, which is ridiculously big, but they're books that I'm just want to be there like, I've read that, I've done that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to force myself into them. I'm not going to be there like, I spent all my time reading this 1,000-page book that's so heavy. What did I do with my time? Another one that I'd like to get to is I'd like to read some Oscar Wilde, so maybe Dorian Gray, but not completely sure. And hopefully by reading these classics that everybody's already read, or the main ones when you think of classics, I will then expand into some different classics from different countries. So I'm not just like, oh, I've read everything that Jane Austen read, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to expand, because as much as I love reading for enjoyment, it would be good to have a bit more knowledge come in there and be like, yeah, I know like the culture of this time, and I've read what is deemed as good writing, so I can then have a bit more of a reference on things. I don't know what I'm talking about, I just really want to read the books, that's all. That was just blubbering. Yeah, so those were some of the classics that I would like to get to within like the next 4 or 5 years, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a while. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me any classics that you have read down below, or if you recommend any classics for me to like start off on, go for it down below. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.